Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network for today's rendition of Hammer's Headlines. It is the 27th of July. This is, of course, in association with our good friends over at kumb.com. Please make sure you do go and check them out on their website and, of course, on their channel forum. Great news as a West Ham fan, as I've mentioned before on the daily that I did earlier on. Scamacca is in the door. And if you haven't already, go over to the West Ham website, all onto their YouTube channel, and watch the interview that they did with Scamacca with none other than it was James Richardson, of course, from Gazzetta Sport. You know, if you remember watching Italia program on Channel 4, you will be taken back in time. Great interview they did with Scamacca. Scamacca, what a lovely guy. He looks like he absolutely knows the score. He understands the club. He understands the culture. And he speaks very, very good English as well. So that is a positive sign. But as you know, the transfer window is still in abundance. Players are being linked to West Ham left, right, and centre. I did a piece on Kostic from Frankfurt and Zielinski from Napoli, but there are other players that are linked to the club. Now, David Moyes is apparently looking at Maxwell Cornet from Burnley in a £17.5 million deal, which is meeting his release clause. That would be meeting his release clause. Now, it looks like he would look to Cornet to come in for the summer if he can't get a deal for Kostic over the line. Now, according to several reports, Moyes is a fan of the left winger, and the club are willing to pay the release clause for him. Now, it's understood that Burnley are willing to sell the Ivory Coast international after they got relegated from the top flight last season, and he did have an incredible campaign for Burnley in which he played as left back, left winger, and as a striker. So he's covered all sides of the park for Burnley. And given that we have the lack of options for the left-hand side, I could see why we would look to pursue a move for the 25-year-old. And he certainly would give Moyes an option and shift into a back three, similar to what would happen if we did get Kostic in, or could be deployed as a left wing-back who can bomb forward and get crosses into the box for the man himself, Scamacca, who will be sitting there waiting for him. But Kostic also appears to be our target for a left back, and nobody, and it seems to be that is a straight out battle to bring in one or the other. Now, I want West Ham to go all out and bring Kostic into the club. It would be an amazing sign for us, but it's going to be a hard task considering he does have Champions League football. He is going into the last year of his contract with Frankfurt, so he may opt to stay there. But talks are ongoing, of course, with the agent, who is the same agent as Scamacca, but Cornet could be another very, very good option. Please leave your comments in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on Max Cornet coming to West Ham. As I move into today's next story, and that is that West Ham are supposedly, and Rob Newman are supposedly keen on a deal for Hirving Lozano, not Zielinski as well, but apparently Lozano is also another option. Now, that's according to some of the reports in the Italian media, who claim both West Ham and other clubs from the Premier League have entered talks with Napoli regarding a move for the winger. It's believed that the Premier League, certain Premier League clubs, are willing to part with about £25 million to bring in the winger. But it states that they probably, or that's what Napoli would want, but it states that maybe West Ham aren't willing to go to that level and are willing to maybe put an offer in of around £17 million. Now, he is 26-year-old and he is a Mexican international. Now, apparently he's moved agencies, and that's why the link has come back, because the agencies has very good relationships with English clubs, and in particular West Ham. Now, he did move back to Napoli back in August of 2019 for £36 million. And it was a slow start for his time at Napoli. Started just 10 Serie A fixtures throughout his debut campaign. However, in the 2 years since, he had burst into life at Napoli. Indeed, over his 32 Serie A appearances in the 2021 season, he scored 11 goals. He registered 4 assists, creating 10 big chances for his teammates, as well as 1.8 shots, making 1.1 key passes and completing 0.9 dribbles per game. And these returns saw the, yes, you're about to hear this right, £112,000 per week talent progress up the ranks in the league, ranking him Napoli's 7th best player in the top flight of Italian football that season. Sorry, the Italian Serie A's top flight, ranking him 7th as well. Now, he is a 52-time capped international for Mexico, and his form over his 30 league fixtures last time out, bagging I've got mixed up there. Sorry, apologies for that. But he is a 52-time capped Mexican international. So I wonder if this one is realistic or not. I'm not so sure because we don't really know what's going on. But Newman has been a fan and is obviously in some form of negotiations with Napoli with relations to Zielinski or Lozano. But it's very, very blatant to see that West Ham are going all out for attacking recruits this summer. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Last but not least, let's talk about one of our own young lads, and that is Harrison Ashby, who has set his sights on a place in David Moyes' first team squad after spending part of the preseason training and playing alongside his West Ham first team senior team. Now, the 20-year-old did travel to St Andrews and Evian-les-Bains and started preseason wins with Servette and Ipswich Town and appeared in a substitute in the draws at Reading and Luton Town. And with Ryan Fredericks departing this summer, West Ham are a right-back lighter for the new season. And the under 21 Scotland international would love nothing more to show Moyes he does not need to delve into the transfer market to bolster his squad in that area. Now, he is an attack-minded right-back by trade, and he has been a fixture of West Ham's academy since 2017 and 18. And after making his debut at Chelsea in November 2017, 3 days after his 16th birthday, Ashby was capped by Scotland at under 17 level, making his debut in Greece in March 2018. Now, he is the son of a former player, Watford and Brentford Gillingham defender Barry Ashby. Now, Ashby did make his under-19 Scotland debut in a friendly draw against Japan in Murcia on the 5th of September 2019, before doing likewise for West Ham under-23s just days later in dramatic fashion. When a fellow defender pulled up during the warm-up against Valencia's B team in the Premier League International Cup, Ashby, of course, sprung to life and into action at centre-back, partnering 15-year-old and fellow debutant Jamal Baptiste to help West Ham to a vital clean sheet in a 1-0 win, and that really catapulted his career moving up. Now, Ashby's Premier League 2 debut followed a 2-0 win with West Bromwich Albion just 5 days later, while he continued to play an important role for the under-18s, netting a brace in the last game of the season against Leicester. He subsequently signed his first professional contract with West Ham in the summer of 2020, and his 2021 season began in unforgettable fashion. After impressing David Moyes in the under-23s pre-season and early Premier League 2 games, the then 18-year-old was handed his first team debut for West Ham in a 3-0 Carabao Cup second round win over Charlton in September 2020. And a week later, he followed that 6-minute cameo with his full debut, playing just shy of 70 minutes in the 5-1 round win over Hull City at the London Stadium. In October 2020, Ashby was called up to the under-21 squad for Scotland for the first time, debuting in a 2-0 home European under-21 Championship qualifying win over the Czech Republic before rounding off the scoring in a 7-0 win over San Marino. Unfortunately, a knee injury cruelty cut short his 2021 season after just 6 appearances, forcing Ashby into a long period of rehabilitation. But the youngster has returned to action in style since August 21, scoring 2 goals, assisting 2 more of his opening 4 Premier League 2 Division 2 appearances, before scoring and assisting 2-0 in the EFL Trophy group stage win at Gillingham in October. He got 2 more Scotland under-21 caps, followed against Denmark and Kazakhstan, before his form for club and country was rewarded with a 3rd senior appearance at full European debut in that 1-0 UEFA Europa League defeat by Dinamo Zagreb in December of 2021. His debut in the Premier League would soon follow, coming off the bench in a defeat away to Arsenal on the 15th of December 2021. And he will finish the season with 29 appearances and 5 goals for the under-23s. I think we have a absolute baller here, a young lad who's more than capable of stepping up to the plate, and I'm really excited to see what's to come from Harrison Ashby. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. And that brings an end to today's Hammers headlines. Make sure you do keep an eye out on the channel. So much stuff coming out, you believe it. And hopefully we'll be doing a welcome to West Ham video for some of these new signings coming through the door. Stay safe and come on, you Irons.